Okay, guys, so this is my second live stream. Hopefully this time you actually looked at the document and have some questions for me about it. I've posted the questions in the live chat comments as well as below, and I posted the document below as well so that you could look at that right in the stream. And then any vocabulary that you might not be familiar with, I also added the definitions to that below. So what I've been seeing from people that sorry, I just got an important text. What I've been seeing in the stream or in the Canvas post is a lot of people are defining assimilate wrong. And I think it's because you're just looking up assimilate on Google and picking the first one, which I completely understand and probably would do myself. But it's more cultural assimilation. So I gave you the definition for that below. So if you're watching these YouTube lives, it's going to help you to have correct answers on your Canvas as well. So if you look below in the comments, I've given you the definition for assimilate. What were the other words? I also gave you the definition for what's that word that I thought was different? Undiluted, and it's another word that starts with an A. Affinities. So what questions do you have? Just write any of the questions in the comments and I can help you. Also, thank you for those of you who did do the YouTube live last time. You seem to become more familiar with Canvas, or if you were still having you're still having trouble with the Canvas and posting things on Canvas through their notes or however they give you the option to post things, you just sent me messages through Remind, which is fine. So I see that there's 7 of you in here and I'm only hearing from Ponce. So Ponce already did the assignment. If he wants to type in his definition, his own student definition for what assimilate means, that'd be cool. But like I said, I did give you the definition for that. So what does assimilate mean was the first question for your Canvas. And then the second question was, does the source believe that Japanese Americans will be loyal to Japan or to the US? So who, like in this document overall, by the end of it, did they say that if you were born here and you're like have grandparents that were born here, were you still going to be loyal to Japan, or were you going to be loyal to the United States? Were they really truly assimilated, or were they still going to be loyal to the Japanese? So I see Japan from Kyrie, Japan from Ponce. Mary Ellis, if you could put in your answer as to whether or not you think the document said that they would be loyal to Japan, or yep, Japan. So we've got 3 Japan. Yes, definitely Japan. Now, this might be a shorter live because the people that are responding have done the assignment and they know that if by coming into the live, I'm going to be giving them extra points for being group helpers, basically. So this is kind of just, they're here to help you. They're kind of like my TAs right now. So if you're in here watching, I can't see exactly who you are. I just know that there are 6 of you and that only 3 of you are telling me you're in here. So the 3 of you that are getting support from Ponce, Kyrie, and Mary Ellis know that they are going to be getting extra points for doing this because they've already done the assignment. So they're just here to help you out. So also, what I've noticed, Kyrie, you did part of the assignment. You told me what assimilate meant, but you might have gotten the definition for that wrong. So make sure that you are looking in the comments and adding the correct definition, because you can resubmit to me. Also, I didn't know you could retract messages. The second thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the evidence, because some people are not telling me that Japan the first part of the question, which was that the document states they were still loyal to Japan. Then the second part is to actually, yeah, that's what I was saying. On Google, you have a correct definition for assimilate, but not for cultural assimilation, which is the type of assimilation that the document's talking about, which is why it's good for everyone to come onto the live so that you can see what answers I'm able to give you so that you can utilize this live to get correct answers on your assignments. So you can just change your definition to that. Plus, you didn't do the whole assignment anyways, Kyrie. So you need to go on and do the second part and the third part, which is to tell me that the source says that Japan, the Japanese would be loyal to Japan. And then the third part, which we're about to talk about, which is the evidence. So the source this time was really short, like really short. So this should be a really short stream, honestly. And then I want to talk to you about the quiz that I posted onto Canvas. So those of you that are having trouble with getting onto Canvas, you're going to have to try and utilize your friends and figure it out, because I'm going to be posting quizzes onto Canvas. The quiz is not based on the documents. The quiz is based off from a, what do you call those? It's a YouTube video, but it's like a educational video. Khan Academy. So it's a Khan Academy video, and then there's like 5 multiple choice questions. Canvas doesn't work for me. How's it not working like at all? Like anything? None of your subject areas? Ponce, are you saying, why am I giving you quizzes that are not based on the documents? It works for you? So yeah, it's a really easy quiz. Like the video is only like 8 minutes long. It's just for you to get background information about World War II that the documents are not giving you. The documents are very focused on just Japanese internment camps. So I want to make sure you're getting more well-rounded. And I want to do that through Canvas instead of New ZLA articles. Maybe you can help him. Do you guys have each other's phone numbers? And you could try and help him with Canvas, try and get him there. Because I'm pretty sure Elijah has access to Miss McKenna's Canvas, so I don't know why he wouldn't be able to see mine. But anyways, there's a quiz there. But before we get to that, I really do want to talk about the evidence piece. So did anyone find evidence in source 2 that supports that Japan would be supported by Japanese Americans during this time? What piece of evidence do you think is the strongest? If you could just please post it in the comments below. And like I said, if you don't have the source up, it is in the comments section of this video. So you can just review it right there and be able to copy and paste right from this video stream. Cool, Ponce. Don't mind my dog, he's chewing something. It sounds really gross. Sorry. Who else is in here? Because I see 9 people. If you could just say hi so I know who you are. I know I have Elijah, Kyrie, Ponce, and Mary Ellis. Thankful that they're coming in here because I know they did the work ahead of time. Who else is in here? Okay, now 8 people. I'm hoping that some of my crew is in here. Majida or Anna or Shiley. Basma's in here. Hey, Basma, I got your assignment. And I forward it to Miss Smith as well so that she can try and give you some credit for her class on it. Ramazani's in here. Awesome. Ramazani and Anna. Cool. Ramazani, you might want to start doing some of your assignment, hey Majida, on the other platforms. For some reason, people haven't been able to contact you. And I still see you as one of my original crew members, so it kind of worried me when they said you weren't doing any work. So this this live stream that I'm doing is to benefit you on, to benefit you on Canvas Source 2. Is anyone still has anyone still not done source 1? Because source 1 you can look at my first live stream that I saved on there that can help you with that as well. Because I'm seeing a lot of people not doing the Canvas work that are in here. Ramazani, do you have access to my Canvas? And all of you should be adding me on Remind too, so that you know exactly when these streams are happening. You think you just did it, the source 1, or because this is going to help you with source 2. So for people that joined a little late, we talked about what assimilate means. I added assimilation to the definition in the comments section of this video, not the live comments, but the comments that stay there. Ponch just gave us a piece of evidence that supports what we had said about source 2, which is that Japanese Americans would support Japan. They would not support America during World War II. So Ponch said, of white parents on Japanese soil, I think that's supposed to be severe, all racial affinity, and become loyal Japanese subjects ready to fight, and if necessary to die for Japan in war against the nation of their parents. Exactly. So that's a great piece of evidence that would support your claim that Japan would be supported by Japanese Americans. So even if they were Americanized, no, that's good, Ponce, thank you. Even if they were Americanized, like it said in the beginning of the document, they still would support Japan. That's what the document is saying anyways. How many of you agree that Japanese Americans would support Japan during this war? Not what the document says, but your own opinion. Do you think that Japanese Americans who'd been living here only in the United States their whole life, so some of you have grandparents that are not from the United States, how many of you would support your country, you're living in right now, the United States, or would you support the country that maybe your grandparents came from? Because this document is saying that Japanese Americans that were born here, raised here, lived here their whole lives, speak English, are going to support, they're going to support Japan, not the United States, even though they may have never even been to Japan. So who thinks that if they were in this position, they would support Japan instead of the United States? Okay, so Majida is asking what that evidence was. It's right in the comments. I'll repost what Ponce said as another response here. So the reasoning for that, if we're talking reasoning, who would like to help out with reasoning as to why that piece of evidence proves that they would support Japan? Basically just saying this proves that, okay, I would support the US because Japan would have no chance. Okay, so even if you had roots in Japan, that would be your response. I'm just curious because, I mean, you all know that I'm like from Canada originally, and if the United States in Canada were having beef, which the Canadians are so peaceful, so that would probably never happen, but if they were, I would still have to support the United States because that's all I've ever known. Like, I've never lived in Canada. Only my grandparents have lived in Canada. So I think that this document is reaching a little bit and has some bias because there's no way if you've been living in the United States all your life that you're going to all of a sudden be like, oh, I'm going to go support Japan, even ruin the place that I've been living, the business that I have here, like the country that gave me a second chance. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. So I think there's a lot of bias in this source. So put a thumbs up if you think this source has bias. Okay, so basically I posted in here thumbs up if you think that the source has bias. So I just want to see people active in here. I want to see you giving me a thumbs up. If you think this source is credible, thumbs down. Okay, thank you, Majida. Majida, you got that evidence as well that Ponce shared and then I reshared? Okay, Mary Ellis. Once I get my thumbs up or thumbs down, I'm going to move on to reasoning to help you out with that post in Canvas. So, but the reasoning supports the evidence because it shows how the white Japanese people would be with Japan rather than with the United States. So we won't call them white Japanese, we call them Japanese American. Just heads up on that. Okay, thumbs up, thank you. Okay, so Ponce's reasoning is pretty good. Like I said, I would just fix the fact that he said that it was white Japanese people. We want to call them Japanese Americans. That's fine. Thank you for sharing out. Japanese Americans would not support the U.S. because they're still supporting their home country and have pride in that country. Something like that. Japanese would not support the U.S. because they're still supporting their home country and have pride in that country. This means that they would help them during war times. Okay, so I gave Team Delta is Ramazani. So I gave you guys a piece of reasoning as well. And now I would like to, yep, exactly. That's the first part of the question, Basma, exactly. They would support Japan in this document. Now what I wanted to, sorry, my dogs are distracting me. I'm super ADHD. So what do you guys think about the quiz? So has anyone looked at the quiz yet? Has anyone found the quiz on Canvas? So Canvas, quiz, World War II. Has anyone gone on to Canvas and seen that in the quiz section? Haven't found the quiz. So it is published. Let me go and make sure it's definitely published because when was the last time that you looked for the quiz, Mary Alice? Because I see quizzes and it is published. World War I quiz, it's worth 4 points. Published, yes, it's 100% published in Canvas for you. So, okay. Yesterday, I haven't looked yet. Do you want me to? Yes. I just looked at 6th period or 6-7, the period before lunch, which Mary Ellis and Ponce are in, and it says that it is published. It's in the quiz section, so you guys would have assignments that you've been looking in. I want you to go in and look to see if you can see the quiz in Canvas. Oh, it's under quizzes in the same tabs that you find assignments. Nope, you can't see it, Elijah. Or you can't even get into Canvas, period. Thanks. Anna, you saw it? Elijah, I want you to email Dr. Bender. I'm going to find her email address so you can email her and ask her to try and see what she can do about you not getting in. Where is her email address? Bender. BB. Okay. Okay, so Mariella's found it, so it is viewed, or you can view it. Got to go to Clever. Okay, thank you, Ramazani. If you're in my crew, so Anna, Majida, I think you're the only two in here that are in my crew. Miss Faircloth wants us to do Zoom. Have you heard of Zooms at all? She wants us to do a crew Zoom, and she's going to record it. She's going to be in it with you, me, Mr. Clark, and anyone else that we can get. I'm hoping that Shiley will join as well. I know Anna reached out to her yesterday, and she ended up joining my remind. But I want to do that on Monday at like probably at like 12. Or wait, no, that's when I stream. So maybe Monday at like 3. That's them too. I don't know. Anyways, we'll have to figure out the time. Anyways, she wants us to do a Zoom where we meet on crew and actually do the crew plans. Assimilate is in the comments. Let me look here again. I'll read it from Google for you, but I did add it in the comments, Basma. Cultural assimilation is the process in which a minority group or culture comes to resemble a dominant group or assume the values and behaviors of that group. Ramazani, you saw it. Cool. Okay, cool, Ponce, you found it. That's awesome. Okay, so just make sure you guys are keeping up with the assignments. I'm not going to put really end dates on them. Like some of them have end dates, but you, as long as you're, stop it. I'm not really going to close out any of these assignments. I just kind of I'm putting dates as to when they should be done on them so that you are not overwhelmed by doing things all at once. So hopefully you just do them when they're due instead of having them all collect. Also, how many of you guys have some kind of calendar or something that you're using so that you're not feeling too overwhelmed with your workload? Okay, Dexter, Napoleon, stop. Like you maybe have like ELA in the morning and then a breakfast and then math and then I don't know, like social studies and science switch every other day or something. Are any of you doing calendars so that you're not too overwhelmed with the work, or are you just kind of time managing on yourself? Hey Basma, so I just added that in the live comments for you, the cultural assimilation definition. So you should be able to use that as your answer in the Canvas post, because you sent me source 1 today, right? Okay, there's 10 people in here now, so is there anyone else that has any questions for me? Try and answer anything. You got your phone, okay. Any questions for me about anything before I sign off this live? I just want to make sure you have access to Canvas. All your teachers are going to be using Canvas. Even if they're using Clever and Newsela now, everything will be linked through Canvas in the future. That's what the district's making us do. So just make sure that you are familiar with Canvas. Make sure you're adding all of your teachers on Remind so that you're getting all the announcements so that you know what's going on. I know Ms. Haymore, if any of you have her, she started a YouTube channel. I'm sure she's going to start doing lives like this to help you with any questions that she's been asking you. Ms. Green is going to start doing lives as well. Ms. Ladd had entertained the idea. She might start doing lives like this to help you guys with accomplishing your work and getting it done, because just hosting it is not as much help as being able to actually have a conversation with you like this. Eventually, I'm hoping to do Zoom meetings with each class. Like we're going to start it in crew, like I was telling Majida and Anna, and then from there, if it works and we're mature with it. Why are you not doing your science and your math? You're in a math Regents course. They haven't canceled all the Regencies yet, have they? Ramazani, do your math. Okay, So basically, I just hope that this helps you guys, because we are going to probably be writing an essay on these documents. That's going to be like our last task, hopefully before we go back to school, if we end up going back to school. But I honestly don't think we're going to go back. Don't 100% quote me on that, but I don't think we'll be going back to school. They canceled the New York State test. Yes, math and ELA state tests have been canceled. But your grades are not canceled, so make sure you're doing your work. We have to, they're going to tell us, and I'll tell you in the live stream, once I figure it out myself. You don't get it. Do you have Miss Green on Reminds? Because I know Miss McKenna has like Instagram, where if you ask her questions and you add yourself to her Instagram, she gives you like extra credit points or something. Miss Green has Remind, and I think she even made her own cell phone number available. But okay, you know what, Ramazani, I'm gonna have her. Can you like private mess? Do you have me on Remind, Ramazani? If not, can someone send Ramazani my Remind link? So, and then once you do that, I can have Miss McKenna send everyone. I don't think Ramazani's on anyone's Remind though. I only have Miss Haymore. Okay, so please add me to your Remind. So someone send him that link if you could. And then also just be helpful friends, guys, because this is unknown territory for all of us, all your teachers, all your peers. So what is the no for? Well, anyways, I'll talk to Miss Green about you having trouble with the work, and hopefully she can communicate with you. Through Canvas, because you do have access to Canvas. So through Canvas, I'll have her communicate with you through a comment. You'll have to at least send something to her, and then she can comment on it, so you guys can have a conversation about the work. I know that people are having trouble calling you. If you could somehow give me your personal phone number so we could contact you, that would be awesome. I doubt you want to write it in the comments. So if you want to write it in my Canvas, or if you want to email me, all of you can email me whatever you want as well. If you don't want to do Remind, you can email me and just drop my email address. Pretty open to responding to you. I will be honest, at about 3:15 every day, though, I just kind of shut down and do my own thing, watch Netflix. If you guys are bored and want to watch something super entertaining, you should definitely watch that Tiger King show. Watched that yesterday. I don't think Ramazani wants to share his phone number with everyone, because I saved the comments and they're up there for everyone to see. I called Mr. Senhora. Okay, thank you. Y'all need to watch Greenhouse Academy. What's that on? Because I'm bored. Can you but there? Is that your number, Basma? Hey, Miss Newsome. Okay, thank you, Ramazani. So I'll make sure that she gets that phone number and that you can have a conversation with Miss Green, and she'll be able to help you through the steps of your math, because I really don't want you to get behind in math. Anyone else have any questions that I can help with? Is everyone good with Source 2 now? Anyone have questions about Source 2 before I get off this live? All American first. Okay. All American's good. But that Tiger King show is going to make you laugh. Really make fun of white people for real, though. Also, if you haven't watched it yet, you guys should all watch Madam Walker. Sorry, I'm distracted by comments. We learned about her, and it was just Black History Month, so you could learn more about her on Netflix. Miss Newsom's on this live. She came in and said hello. You already watched it, Ponce? Was it good? If you watched that one, did you watch the Malcolm X one too? Elijah, shut up. Don't be rude. There's like mini series on Netflix. But I just want to make sure everyone's good with source 3 before I log off. I know Mary Ellis is, Ponce is. Elijah, you good? Are you going to take pictures and send it to me through Reminds or email me your answers? Majida, I got yours through, I got the pictures. I really liked how Majida did it, honestly. She took a picture of her actual booklet that she wrote in, and she posted that to Canvas as well as a written answer. It was really awesome. I like that she was using the book, but also responding online to me, so that you will have all that information right there instead of having to go back and look on Canvas. If you write it in your paper packet, if you have that paper packet, it's going to help you that much more when you actually write the paragraph for me, like a few weeks from now. Awesome. Good job, Ponce. Okay, so if no one else has any other questions, there in these comments, which will be saved, you have your source 3. We're not doing source 3 until Monday. So on Monday, I'll do source 3. Source 2 and source 1 should already be done now. So you have all the answers to source 1 from my first live, all the answers to source 2 on this live, and then we're going to do, wow, we're going to do source 3 on Monday at noon, and then we'll do source 4 on Thursday. I think source 3, let me look again, just real quick before I go off here. I feel like I'm kind of rambling at this point, but oh well. Yeah, source 3 is a political cartoon, so quite honestly, I might do source 3 and source 4 together. And then do, yeah, I probably will. It'll probably be source 3 and source 4 together. Let me get back to that. So I'll probably do source 3 and source 4 on Monday. Please try and do that. Email Dr. Bender, Elijah, like I gave you her email. We want you on Canvas because all your teachers are posting on Canvas. Anything else? Okay, awesome. I'm gonna log off then, and I'll see you guys on Monday. I'll send the reminds to you, but Mondays and Thursdays is when I'll be going live, going over sources with you and talking to you about any work that I've seen that I've commented on Canvas, but maybe you didn't read or you didn't resubmit. Okay, thank you guys for logging in, and those who had already done the document and helped me out. It's not unnoticed. Okay, thank you. Bye, Mary Ellis.